You were just staring at my fucking ass, weren't you?
TikTok is a very sexualized app. There seems to be competitions here all the time, and the videos that gain the most votes here are of women shaking their booty. The app has very bad animal welfare rights. I mean, there are lots of video here of animals being treated cruelly, and others of cockfights and dog fights where there are terrible injuries inflicted on the animals. There's also a lot of underlying racism here, such as videos asking, would you date a white person or an Asian person or a black person? And then you have religion here, where there are lots of people here talking about wouldn't date a Christian or wouldn't date a non-Muslim. The app seems to be it's sort of aimed at 20 to 30-year-olds, not at children at all. It's very sexualized, and there are lots of comments there from men mostly on the physical appearances of women. The app seems to be a focal point for crime. There are lots of videos here where people are actually engaging in criminal behavior. And especially during COVID-19, they're coughing and harassing people in shops and sneezing on them, or spraying some kind of a wet moisture, pretending that it's from their own mouths, as in a sneeze on their shoulders. It's full of harassment and abuse, and it is not at all suitable for children. If anything, there should be an over 18 certification on this app. And I see in my own country here in Ireland, the national radio stations are giving this app some kind of a justification, some kind of a legitimacy, by having some competitions in regards to women's rights and abuse against women. And apparently they can't have taken much time to look at the content in this app, because this app is full of abuse of women. It's Asian content is a lot of underage marriages, child brides, and some girls are actually crying and being lifted out to cars where their new husband is sitting. And in other cases, there are girls in India, again, child brides, and they look like they're sedated. They're physically wavering, falling shoulder to shoulder, like they've been sedated to attend the wedding, their own wedding. It's an app that sometimes makes you cringe, and you would feel very uncomfortable watching some of the content, especially the content in relation to animals. There's a lot of stuff where in Asia, especially, where animals seem to be eaten alive, especially seafood and wet foods, where they're eating animals that are already there's still a pulse running through their bodies. It's a bit cringing. If I was you, I would keep your kids off this app on as long as it's possible. This is not a children's app. It's an adult's app, and it's a highly sexualized app.